Hello guys! Today, I would like to share with you my practice teaching journey. You heard it right, practice teaching? But before I dive into my story, let's pause for a moment. What exactly is practice teaching? What happens during this phase? Why is it such a big deal for future educators? Let me share it with you. This is it. The journey to the real world of teaching. Practice teaching is where we finally step out of the role of being students and into the shoes of real teachers. It's the stage where we prepare lessons, manage classroom, interact with learners, and experience firsthand the joys and the challenges of guiding young minds. It's exciting, nerve-wracking, and fulfilling at once. What practice teaching really means? Practice teaching is not just about standing in front of the class. It's a structured process. It begins with classroom observation, where we watch experienced teaching in action. We learn how they deliver lessons, manage students, and create a positive learning environment. This observation stage is crucial because it sets the foundation for what comes next, actual teaching. In my case, after completing my observation, I will be teaching grade 7 mathematics. Every day, I handle 4 Math 7 classes, which means I get plenty of opportunity to practice and refine my teaching skills. Here's how the process works. First, I prepare lesson plans and instructional materials carefully, making sure they align with the curriculum and the needs of my students. Next, before I teach, I submit these plans to my mentor teacher for review. My mentor checks them, gives feedbacks and suggests corrections. And the last, after making the necessary adjustments, I finally deliver the lessons to my students. This cycle of planning, feedback, and teaching sharpens both my skills and my confidence. It's a continuous learning process that helps me grow into the teacher I aspire to be. I was blessed to be assigned at Taiwan National High School for my practice teaching. This school is not just an institution, it's my second home. It's where my wife teaches and also the place that shaped me into who I am today. After the 12-year gap in my education due to work, I returned here during the pandemic through modular distance learning. In 2022, I proudly graduated from senior high school at this very school. To now come back as the student teachers feels like a full circle moment, a dream realized. The school itself is refreshing heaven, the cool air, the beautiful facade, and the supportive environment make it the place where learning thrives. The teachers here are not only skilled but also deeply caring, always ready to guide and encourage. The students are vibrant, full of energy, and eager to learn. Every corner of Taiwan National High School holds memories and inspiration. I consider myself very fortunate to have worked under Sir Juan Ronilo Alcasarin. He was more than just a mentor. He was my anchor throughout this journey. Sir Alcasarin is incredibly supportive, always organized, and ready to guide me at any one moment. His patience and dedication inspired me deeply. He never hesitated to help me, whether it was reviewing my lesson plans, correcting my instructional materials, or assisting me during class when I felt overwhelmed. His presence gave me confidence, and his guidance taught me not only how to teach but how to embody and values of a true educator. I learned discipline, compassion, and resilience from him, and I will always carry those lessons with me. Meeting my students was both a challenge and blessing. Each one had a unique personality, behavior, and story. Some were enthusiastic and eager to learn, while the others tested my patience with misbehavior. Yet, I understood that they were in a transition period, still discovering themselves, and I embraced the fun and energy they brought into the classroom. I met my students who struggled financially, and I saw how this affected their focus and performance. Others found mathematics difficult, and I had to be creative and patient in helping them to understand. Teaching special science classes pushed me to my limits. They were sharp, inquisitive, and constantly challenged my skills. On the other hand, I also work with struggling learners, offering tutorial sessions during noontime just to help them grasp the lessons. These moments were exhausting but fulfilling because I saw progress in their eyes. Though some students misbehaved, I learned to see beyond their actions. They taught me patience, empathy, and reflection. They reminded me that being a teacher is not just about delivering lessons, it's about guiding young people through their journey of growth. I am deeply thankful to the principal and the other school personnel for their help and the opportunities they gave me. Their warm welcome made me feel part of the school community. They provide guidance, ensured I had resources I needed, and created an environment where student teachers could thrive. Their encouragement reminded me that teaching is not a solitary journey. It is a collective effort where everyone plays a role in shaping young minds. I am grateful to have shared this journey with my co-student teachers, Ma'am Sharon and Ma'am Aname. They are kind, brilliant, and supportive. We shared experiences, exchanged ideas, and helped each other through the challenge of practice teaching. Whether it was preparing lesson plans late at night or discussing strategies for classroom management, we worked together as a team. Their presence made the journey less overwhelmed and more enjoyable. I learned a lot from them, and their companionship remind me that teaching is not just about individual effort, but about collaboration and shared growth. Here's my classroom, my second home during this internship. Every day, I taught for grade 7 math classes. Each class was different. Some students were lively and curious, others struggled academically, and a few faced financial challenges that affected their focus. The classroom became a place of discovery, laughter, and sometimes chaos, but always growth. Now, let's look at my instructional materials, or IMs. These were the products of countless late nights. You'll see pictures of my cutting, writing, and designing charts, activity sheets, and visual aids. Each IMs was carefully crafted to make mathematics more engaging. For example, colorful posters help me explain fractions, while interactive worksheets encourage teamwork. When I show you these photos, imagine the effort beyond them, the sleepless nights, the corrections from my mentor, and the joy of finally using them in class. Assessment was a big part of my teaching. In these slides, you'll see the quizzes, sit work, and performance tasks I give to my students. These weren't just numbers of paper, they were reflections of progress. Some students struggled at first, but with guidance, they improved. Others excelled and inspired their classmates. Each assessment helped me adjust my teaching strategies, making sure no one should left behind. As you look at these photos, you see the determination in their handwriting and the pride in their scores. From my mentor, Sir Juan Ronilo Alcasarin, he was always supportive, patient, and organized. He guided me through lesson planning, checked my IMs, and even stood by me during class when I needed help. His comments pushed me to improve every day, and his encouragement gave me confidence. From my students, their feedback came in many forms, sometimes through smiles when they understood a lesson, sometimes through challenges and when they misbehaved. They taught me patience and empathy. They reminded me that being a teacher is not just about lessons, but about guiding young people through their transition.
Hi, sir. I just wanted to say thank you for being a practice teacher in math in the fourth quarter. You have been very patient with us, sir. Especially at times nga dili kayo makasabot sa imong mga lessons. Like, imo jud ming tuluan og pasabton maayo aron makasabot gyud ni sir and makapasar mi sa exam, sir. Tungod nimo, math became easier. You also made our class more enjoyable. I learned a lot from you, sir. You taught us about solving equations using bar models, transposition, algebraic expressions, probability, ug daghan pa. You also taught us not just about math. Imo pud may gituluan about being confident when solving problems and that we should believe in ourselves nga kaya namon ansiran, sir. Kaya namon. And if dili may kasabot, mangutan na rin sa inyo, sir. Thank you for your effort, dedication, and for guiding us. We are really grateful to have you as our practice teacher, sir. Wishing you all the best in your teaching journey, sir. Good luck.
Good day, sir. This is my feedback message to you as a practice teacher. I just want to say that since the first day you came into our lives, you've given us hope and courage. Thank you so much for everything. I really appreciate the grades you have given to me. Thank you for teaching us how to be responsible and kind. We are sorry for our mistakes, and I really want to say that thank you for all those great memories you have given to us. So, farewell and God bless.
Now, let's enjoy some highlights captured in photos. Orientation. Meeting mentors, supervisor, and co-student teacher for the first time, the excitement and nervousness were real, but the warm welcome made us feel at home. Next, deployment. My first day in the classroom, standing in front of my students with both fear and joy. That moment marked the beginning in my real teaching journey. Next, monthly meetings. Sharing experiences, learning from supervisors, and bonding with co-student teachers. These meetings was opportunity to reflect, improve, and support one another. Classroom moments. Teaching, guiding, and tutoring students during noontime session. These candid chats how show the laughter, focus, and determination of my learners. Takeaways from my internship. This internship taught me more than just how to teach. First, patience and empathy. I learned to understand students' struggles and guide them with compassion. Next, resilience. Late nights preparing lesson plans and IMs taught me discipline and dedication. Next, collaboration. Working with mentors, supervisors, and co-student teachers show me the importance of teamwork. And the last, growth. I learned from my students as much as they learned from me. Teaching became a two-way journey of discovery. My student teaching internship was not just a requirement. It was real life-changing experience. It gave me chance to grow as an educator, to connect with students, and realize true meaning of teaching. As I show you this picture and stories, I hope you feel the passion, challenges, and joys that shape this journey. Thank you for joining me in this vlog. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more stories from my teaching journey.